This movie actually reminds me a little bit about the new Amazon Prime movie or TV series Fallout, the show based off the video games. The video games before came for that. In this case, it's a little bit different. Instead of a nuclear holocaust that caused the wipe out of humanity and civilization, in Tank Girl, it's a meteor comes down, hits the Earth. Kind of like what happened to the dinosaurs. Kind of fits with the age where people were really fascinated with the dinosaurs. You know, you had the great Jurassic Park at this time period, and you had a bunch of spin-offs off of that movie franchise and book. And so, you know, everybody's interested in, you know, meteorites, and it's kind of like, what's something that could realistically happen? Oh, you know, a meteor hit the Earth. Later, you get movies like Armageddon comes into mind, has to do with meteors, so it kind of fits with its age in that era of Hollywood and movie making. This is also one of those crazy, over-the-top, very comic bookish movies. In fact, the movie uses comic book panels throughout the film. Anytime, and they do it very cleverly. Anytime you can see that something's going to be like high cost, and you don't really have the budget to make this scene, they kind of go to like a comic book, what do you call it? A comic book storyboard type of screen, where you see all the action and you get the voiceovers and the sound effects, and you kind of see it pictured on the screen. And I kind of enjoy this because the producers really knew like they had a limited amount of money, and so they're trying to do the best they can with the budget they have. And so why do something you can't afford to shoot, right? And make the movie even more cheesy and what it already is. But I kind of like it because it kind of leans into its budget and what they're able to shoot on screen, and it doesn't really take away from the movie. It doesn't make it like a terrible movie whatsoever, and it kind of adds, the style that they're shooting for. Lori Petty, she plays Tank Girl, and she has actually, she is the lead, and she's very important to this role because if your lead character doesn't buy into the script or into the character they're supposed to play, this movie really would fall flat. But fortunately, Lori Petty does an excellent job playing Tank Girl. She really gets into this role. She's over the top, crazy, great with the banter between characters. She gets great one-liners. Her character is kind of like how we see Harley Quinn, the Batman series Harley Quinn, in today's society. I think Harley Quinn was in her infancy, the character, during the time that Tank Girl was off, so there's no way that Lori Petty based Tank Girl off of that character. Maybe DC based Harley Quinn off of Tank Girl's character, Lori Petty's performance in this one, but Lori Petty is fantastic in this one. Maybe her best role, she's been in some great other movies, such as A League of Their Own. She played the sister of Dottie of Gina Davis's character in that movie. She was also, I believe, the wife in The Field of Dreams. So she definitely got some great acting chops. And this is kind of like another side of her, showing that she did have great range in her acting ability. And I just think she plays this character perfectly. Get anybody else, I know this movie really does not work. But with her being here, being so outrageous and in her way she speaks and the way she acts, really does carry the movie. You want to see more of that character on screen, and she does a fantastic job. So overall, the character is eccentric. She's playful. She has great comebacks, one-liners. She's nonsensical, doesn't take much seriously, is extremely optimistic considering, the world she's living in. So yeah, she definitely carries the movie. Also, like I said, Tank Girl is very Generation X. If you want to know what a Generation X movie is, I would check out Tank Girl. Another one will be Mallrats. Will be another one of those Gen X movies that kind of captures that feel. It's pretty much like an MTV-ish type of movie that think of Joe's Apartment. I believe that's the one with the cockroaches and stuff. But yeah. The villain is basically, trying to force Tank Girl to conform to the vision of his society. But Tank Girl completely rejects this idea. She's her own person, and she's into she's into what she's into, and she doesn't really care what anybody else thinks. That's very Gen X attitude toward life. Be who you are. Don't conform to society, to what other people expect you to be. Just do those things that you like to do. It's very much Gen X, a attribute to that generation. We also have a very early Naomi Watts, probably more known for King Kong, her performance in King Kong and Mulholland Drive. She plays Jet Girl in this one. I believe that she's okay. She doesn't really stand out. But, you got to start somewhere. I wouldn't really think, if I saw this in 95, I wouldn't think, oh, she's going to be a movie star someday. Kind of wish I would have saw this in 95. It's about aimed for my age group. I probably would have loved it back then. Her character, though, is kind of like the opposite of Tank Girl. She's quieter. She cares more about what people think of her. And she's someone who has somewhat conformed to the role of society that has given her. With these type of movies, the villain is very important. In this one, we have a villain that's very manipulative, eccentric, and completely over the top, who is exactly what this movie needs. It's played by the great Malcolm McDowell. And, like I said, you need a great character villain in these types of movies, and he pulls off the villain terrifically. So good that if Lori Petty wasn't as good as she was in her role, he might have outshined her. But, Lori Petty holds her own, and he does too. We have technology that can drain water directly out of a person's body, which is a fantastic little thing. Because these kind of sci-fi movies, you need something that's a little bit eccentric that doesn't really exist. But, with the lack of water, everything about this movie is based on water supply being shortage. And he happens to have a technology where you stick a needle into somebody, you just drain the water out of them, and you can drink it normally. Plus, you got those mutants, think of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, kind of got that fab going on during that time period. Their costumes are very well made. I believe Ice-T is one of them, or is that Ice Cube? Ice Cube. No, hold on a second. Ice-T. Sorry there. Got my rappers mixed up. He's in there. Can't really recognize him, but you can recognize the voice. You got a pretty good gang of mutants. You'll fall in love with them, and actually you got a little bit of romance between the character and one of them. Yeah, like I said, I wish I watched this as a kid, because I did want to watch it, but I never did get around to it. Watching it as a teenager, watching it as a middle-aged man, I can see my younger self really enjoying this. I enjoyed it even now at this age, because I kind of get it, because I was growing up in that time period, that era. Got the jokes, and so yeah, I enjoyed it. What do you guys think of Tank Girl? Do you like it? Not like it? I mean, it's not like a fantastic movie or something like that, but it's not terrible. It's a great B movie. It's entertaining. It's enjoyable. You'll really love Lori Petty's acting in this one. Her portrayal of Tank Girl, she does a fantastic job. Let me know in the comments below. Did you guys like Tank Girl? Have you seen it? What do you think? And until next time, bye.